Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 736. Last week, I showed you this. Country Music Television turned me into an action figure. They sent me this one-off with a preview of a couple new shows they're working on for some adventure country programming. I have to say, they left me wanting more. The two shows that are launching are not what you'd expect from CMT. They're called Gator 911 and Danger Coast. Both are compelling adventure-based reality shows. Gator 911 follows Gary Siraj, owner of an adventure park called Gator Country, as he rescues stranded alligators. Danger Coast gives you a peek into the Miami Marine Operations Bureau as they help injured people and save lives on the water. I know this has nothing to do with tech, but even I will take a break from working occasionally and consume some entertainment. And how could I resist? Episodes will be available for viewing online at cmt.com after they air. Okay, now on to some gadget news. Data Robotics has done it again. This time it's something so many of you have been asking for, the Drobo FS for file sharing. The Drobo FS shares files through the network smoothly and simply and holds 5 drives. It doesn't matter the size or brand. Plug it into your router via the gigabit Ethernet connection in the back and access your files between Macs, Windows, and Linux. The setup process was super easy and fast, and I haven't encountered any issues with playing back music across the network or accessing files. As always, your data on the Drobo FS is protected by self-healing technology, so if a drive fails, the other drives go to work immediately to rebuild that data. You can use the Oxygen Cloud app to turn Drobo FS into cloud storage. The FS is $6.99. If you don't already have drives for it, you can get bundles ranging from $9.99 to $14.99. We now have specs on the HP Slate, which Bulmer showed off earlier this year at CES. It's an 8.9-inch tablet PC that'll run Windows 7. It'll have 1 GB of RAM, a 1.6 GHz Intel Atom Menlo Z530 processor, and 32 or 64 GB of storage. It'll include a 3-megapixel camera on the outside and another camera on the inside. It'll have a USB port, which the iPad doesn't have, but the battery life is half that of the iPad. I've been very impressed with the iPad's battery, by the way. More of that at callielewis.me/iPad battery. The HP Slate will cost between $549 and $599 when it's released. Apple has announced an event on Thursday where they'll be showing off their plans for iPhone OS 4. Apple bills it as a sneak peek of the next generation of the iPhone OS software. I'll be live on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time during the announcement at callilive.tv, so if any of you are curious about the OS 4 or the iPad, I'll be around to chat about it. I promise to try and keep the iPad and iPhone news to a minimum over the next week, but following its release, the iPad has sucked out all the air from the room, so it might be a little bit difficult. This episode was brought to you by Squarespace. Trendfarm.co.uk was built using my discount code GEEK at squarespace.com. You can get an easy to build, easy to maintain website too, and be sure to let me know when you do. Twitter.com/Callie Lewis. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye! Plug it into your router via the